New Year's resolutions, yay or nay? Why don't you have a seat at the table and we'll see what the ladies have to say.
Let's grow as we go.
Hey, welcome back to Blooming Horizons. I'm Nidra.
I'm Christina.
I'm Little Marie.
And we're so happy you're here. Before we get started talking about this amazing topic, I need you right now to just go over there and click that subscribe button or like. And once you subscribe, you can hit the bell and then you'll know when we have new content out. That'll be awesome. So the topic today is New Year's resolutions. Yay or nay? And this year, I've kind of always been on the yay New Year's resolution. I'm saying nay. Nay. What about you?
I am a nay.
Have you always been a nay?
I've always been a nay. It's a lot of commitment.
I'm a nay.
We're all nays.
Yeah, it feels ingenuine sometimes. Like a New Year's resolution can feel, for me, can feel like, oh, I'm going to do this. And then, girl, and then my brain's like, girl, sit down. You're not going to do that.
Sit down.
And if you weren't doing it in December, you're not going to do it in January. You know what I mean? Like,
You're just trying to live life.
She's
in January.
super.
it's January, it's cold. Why don't you, seriously,
Your bank account is low.
I will follow this. You're just trying to work out, but you have to leave your house in the coldest months of the year when it takes the most motivation to get out of the bed in the morning. Most people are like, oh, I'm going to work out before I go to work. It is cold. It is dark. What about that feels like good setup for go to the gym every morning at 5 a.m.? Nothing. I'm just telling you how my brain works.
But let's go around though. Have you been a yay of the New Year's resolution? I'm going to say in my 20s, listen, I was a yay.
No.
I mean, way back in the day, I was, but it did end up feeling kind of futile.
Yes.
So there's probably just a few times when I was much younger.
Yeah. Those days, I think once you get a little older, you're like, girl.
No, I mean, there's
I'm
a
not
lot of
gonna do
people
all
who
that.
still, that is a motivator for them. Like they're able to follow through with that.
It's a new.
Because you're not a resolution, but you have other things that work for you.
Yes. Let's talk about that. Okay. So one I've used is a focus word.
Yeah, I've done that one. That one has been beneficial to me.
I love it. I love it. Meaning I will sit down and really maybe get it down to 5 or 6 words. And then over the course of January, one of them will really speak to me. So the words might be focus, determination, joy,
I had intentional one year.
intentional, just different words. And then I would sit with those over January. And then one would really things would be happening. And I would be like, see, I just need to have joy. Laugh more. It could be even a phrase. So that's really good. Have you done that one before?
I have. It's been a while ago, and maybe refresh or reclaim or renew.
You like the rees, huh?
Apparently so. So I have done that, and I think now I kind of tend to blend that in with a couple of other techniques, kind of layer them. Yeah, and this one, I have also had a couple of words that were symbolized in the picture, separate than a vision board. But I have a couple pieces of jewelry that have a bee on them, because in the Italian culture, they symbolize faith, hope, and hard work. So that was kind of a symbol that I took on for a little bit, even separate from, it was part of my vision board, but it came even before that. But that was my focus picture.
Yeah.
Or, a few words.
Like this.
Yeah, a symbol.
Symbol.
So
I
pretty.
love that. Okay, so but something that you've done a lot is goals and intentions. You've done that. So tell us some of those types of things.
So for a long time, I now use vision boards quite a bit, but I also use them in conjunction with goals and intentions. And I've been doing this for years, and I have also done it with my kids. And my restart time naturally is the coming of fall. But I have had other times when it's kind of stop, let's reset. But usually it's fall. But I would look at some areas, what I wanted to focus on in the areas of health, spirituality, it may be academically or personally, maybe financially. And then I would just go through and think about some things I really wanted to hone in on over the course of a year. And that's what I would do. And then I would also layer on a vision board, some symbols that reflected those goals. And then I would layer on with that some monthly habits or some systems, some ways of living and being that support the goals and intentions and the vision and so forth.
It takes a lot of intentionality. I think it's it's really lovely when, all the things come out and they're like, transform your life. It's a new year and all of that. And I think the little micro things you have to do to hit that goal, you have to be intentional.
Yeah. Well, we've talked, I think, before too about like atomic habits or micro planning. Like, if you're going to go, with a big goal, then you just take the time to backwards design that, right? And back plan it and figure like, okay, well, if I want that, what needs to happen back to like the smallest daily routine or, thing that will help you, support you along the way in that change.
Now, listen, some of you are like, I ain't got time for that. That's fair. Maybe even starting with the vision board. Let me tell you something.
Sister loves a vision board.
I love a vision board. And Lila Marie has gotten into the vision boarding with me.
For sure.
And what's really fun about it too? I really like the time we did it together. Like we're all together and you kind of, at that time, I think we were doing it like actual like newspapers and stuff, which is cool. We have now moved on from that. And now we put it onto the computer. And one that we love is Canva. They're not sponsoring this, but
they can call us.
Okay. But we love the Canva. We love the Canva and we both have used it. And I've taken some things from her. Like she puts it like in her bathroom, on her phone, on the fridge. Like you can just take that and Canva is free. You don't even have to spend the dollars. And then you put it all on like the poster size and they have pictures and things like that. You can upload pictures and put them on there. You can just put words and all of these things. But let me tell you, because you've made this vision board and you've put it in all these different places and then you're like walking by and you see it and sometimes you don't even realize you're looking at it, but like your brain knows, like it sees it. And my vision board, a lot of it happened this year. Not the way I wanted it to, though.
It came in a different package.
And isn't that life? Like you're like, I really want to hit this goal. I really want this or that. And then it comes back to you not quite wrapped the way you wanted to open it. But a lot on my vision board was achieved this year.
Well, that's one thing that I like about the vision board too, is that first of all, your brain prioritizes pictures over words, so it's going to pay more attention to it and invest your mental energy. Your brain will also reconfigure itself so that your actions, choices, thoughts, ways of living come into line with your vision board. So that's just science. But what I like about the vision board is that there's not a pass or fail. There's a way that you're seeing your future and you're kind of like living into it.
It's good.
And it also allows you to do that in a way where you are open, living in a way that's expectantly seeing how it comes to pass, right? So it allows for space for things that happen differently than you expected.
Yes.
But, so I think that's really cool. It's a way of living open to something and into it.
The possibilities.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that, the idea of like, it doesn't feel like pass or fail. And there were so many years in my 20s when I was like, okay, I'm going to lose 30 pounds over the next whatever. And, and I might have done that, but then I've gained it back or whatever. So it never felt like like I achieved it. Like it didn't feel like a check mark type of a feeling. And I feel like with the vision board, even if I'm like, oh, I put travel in here, but I did travel. I did get to do 2 things this year that were travel related. It's almost like a big picture idea versus like this really pinpoint thing and you like check it off,
Yeah.
which I like that.
It gives you
about
that.
it.
And then I've also seen people do quick vision boards, which this was a kind of a new concept for me. So the idea that you're making like you're kind of setting a visual goal for like January.
Oh,
And on there could be like a made bed, and like I'm gonna make my bed every day this month. And so again, you kind of it puts in quick wins and long wins. And so some of those things like may spread out past that, but it allows you to sort of, this person was saying that she felt like she was reaching some milestones and acquiring things were coming to her at a quicker pace because it was there, it was short term, she knew what she put on there, that like, and it could have been like I said, that backwards design too, like it could be breaking it down into smaller steps. So the vision board has never spoke to me. It felt very like a lot of commitment to like pick out the picture and put it on the picture. I was just like, what? But a couple of years, I did do one that I'll see if I can find it. So
Okay.
maybe we can like add a picture in. But it was like a list, and it was like in 2025, I will blank. I will grow. I will see. I will learn. There was like a list of maybe like, I don't remember how many things. And I loved that. So it was like, I remember just off the top of my head, I was like, I want to see the ocean. I want to grow a garden. I want to learn to knit. I want to, and then other years it was like, I want to grow my relationship with my husband. Like I want to see my great grandparents, whatever. Like you could just, and so it just set those intentions and planted those seeds of things that you wanted to work towards. So it was still kind of a vision board ish, but without the pictures.
So what I normally do is actually use that form that she's talking about, and I would fill it out, and then I would take that and then I would type that into the search bar in Canva. So then I would put in ocean, and then Canva would just spit out the pictures. So then I could put the things that were on that list.
Yeah, that's good.
So that really helped me.
And what I did on my last one was really very cool and helpful is using the AI functions. And I was able to come up with some really fantastic graphics that spoke. Like I had one, I wanted, it was for writing, but I had put in something like writer, homemaker, and some other words, woman, and African American, and I think I also put in like fine art. And it gave me a painted fine art feeling rendition of a woman sitting down to an old-fashioned typewriter with a beautiful dress on. She had a cup of tea. There was a window with birds, like everything that speaks to my soul.
Yes. I was like, oh my
what is this magical magic?
AI knew you.
So there are ways to you can just speak, type whatever is in your mind, and wow, it just comes. So. But with the words, that is a vision board as well. It's just using words. And so I guess the takeaway is creating or holding space to allow yourself to forecast or to hope for yourself for days, for the days that are to come. To hold that space to make choices for what you want for yourself.
Yep.
And then, I think the takeaway is do what works for you.
Blooming horizon, we're here to show in the highs and the lows. Let's grow as we go.